everybody. Welcome to the first
Hey,
episode of Know Your Role with Stephanie
one.
and Alex.
What's
When?
up?
What's up, everybody?
Happy Friday, y'all. We're
Yes, happy
here.
Friday. We've made it. I am
We've made
Alex,
it.
your resident SmackDown Women's Champion, but Stephanie, you got the title?
What? You mean resident SmackDown Women's Champion? This is Alex. This is not what we talked about.
Oh
I thought
my
I was
god.
holding the title. What?
I mean, I wore a Becky Lynch shirt for you, but I didn't know that we were gonna have the same outfit, kind of.
I'm repping Zelina Vega tonight. My girl Zelina. My girl Zelina.
Oh.
Uh, I appreciate the Becky Lynch shirt, but we need to talk about this title situation because I don't know if this is going to work out.
Oh.
I think we should just both be SmackDown Women's since the title's retired anyway. We'll just be SmackDown Women's Champions of the SmackDown recap shows on Friday nights. I think that's how this is gonna have to work.
I
Okay.
think that's how it should
Okay.
work, but should there
It
be a
worked for me.
champ in the
But there needs to
champs?
be a champ, and I don't know if we both are already SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm thinking whoever in our chat, maybe we pick someone from the chat, Alex. Maybe they're our champ of the week. What do you think?
That is very, very
What do you
true.
guys think?
Guys, if you guys want to be the chat champ of the week, please feel free to head over to slamchat.com. That is our version of super chats. We'll pull your chat up and really, like, whoever pops us the most, whoever has the hot take of the week, we will crown you as the chat champ.
The chat champ of the week.
Chat champ.
So we will pick a different champ every week. Every Friday, we will pick a different champ. So go to slamchat.com. Again, we're going to pick someone random. Whoever has the funniest comment, the hottest take, offends us the most. I don't know. But just go on over there, comment. We'll pull your chat right into this public forum here. We'll read them. We'll talk about it. But this is our first episode of Know Your Role. Thank you guys for joining tonight. We are so excited to have you. I'm so excited to work with the Queen of the Ring, Miss Alex. It's been a long time coming, but we are both here. And the Go Home show in the SmackDown just happened tonight.
It's true.
For Crown
It's
Jewel,
true.
guys. Crown Jewel is
very
tomorrow.
True. It's
Now,
tomorrow.
Kind of quick.
Ladarius Brown says, "Good evening, ladies. Who's the real SmackDown Women's Champion? Is a storyline I can get behind." Ooh.
Thank you, Ladarius has been one of my biggest supporters for the longest time, and I absolutely love that he just shows up wherever I go. And I appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank you, Ladarius, for joining us tonight. It's good to see I say face, but your profile pic. It's good to see your profile pic in the chat. It's always a good thing to see. But so tonight we are just gonna run down what happened on SmackDown. And since it is the go home show for Crown Jewel, we're gonna go ahead and give you our predictions for Crown Jewel tomorrow. It should be an amazing show. I mean, Crown Jewel, they always go all out. So we will see how it goes. But let's go ahead and recap SmackDown. Alex, what did you think about the whole show overall?
Overall, the whole show was okay. It was an okay go home show, I will say. It was a safe go home show, you know?
Very safe.
Yeah.
Very safe.
Yeah,
I would have to agree. It was pre-recorded for those who may or may not know. The talent for SmackDown had to obviously fly over to Saudi, and so they actually pre-recorded it last week. So if you were able to avoid spoilers, which I actually did not see any, surprisingly, it was all new to me. So it was actually a decent go-home show. The best? No. The worst? Absolutely not. It was safe, as Alex said. I completely agree. A couple things happened here that had me with question marks. Your typical go-home show, whoever's standing tall, it's typically not a good thing for them. So I think one of the ones that raised my eyebrow was Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. That one
yes.
Because
That
Ray
was
was the one standing tall there.
yeah, Ray was the one to stand tall. They did a weigh-in with Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul. Of course, Nick Aldis was out there. Yo, shout out to Nick Aldis working like
Right?
triple overtime
Right.
tonight. Get that raise, Papa. Get that raise.
And he
But
just got there.
I know he
He just
just
got there.
arrived. I know, I know. But Logan comes in weighing in at 213. Rey Mysterio comes in weighing at 175. Like that matters, I guess. I think they're playing up. I mean, they're
It
playing
does
up
not.
to like the element of Logan Paul. He's a boxer. He's an athlete.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah,
I
I
saw some
guess.
people tweeting, they're all, is this UFC? I'm like, I think that's the point, y'all. They're
Yeah, I
trying to
think so
integrate a
too.
little bit. That is the point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tweeted that this weigh-in actually to me, um, I would have liked to see this with like Ronda and Shayna when they had their fight match at
Hmm.
SummerSlam. It would have made so much sense to have a weigh-in, but people are like, well, women don't like to show their weight. And I'm like, that's been a tradition, yes, but I'm sure for that match, neither woman would have cared. But neither here nor there. I
Hmm.
like segments like this. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I mean, it got the job done. It had me questioning whether or not Logan Paul's winning this U.S. title off of Rey Mysterio. Um, I would be slightly upset if he did. I'm not the biggest Logan Paul fan, as most people know, but the man
Hmm.
is good. Whether I like him or not, he's really good at this. Um, I don't know. I don't know. What did you?
He's disgustingly good at
Good.
this.
I
Like it's
hate it.
real it's I hate it
It
so
makes
much
me
because at the
mad.
end it makes me mad too because like so Rey Mysterio attacks Logan Paul and even like bonks him in the head with the mic. He like smacked the hell out of Logan Paul and then bonked him on the head with the mic. And like even afterwards, when it was like focused on Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio walked away and Logan's like, where did he even get a mic? What's going on here? He's got a weapon. He's got a weapon. And then like he throws his hat on the ground in frustration. I'm like, it's against the law for you to be this good at
I
sports
hate it.
entertainment.
It makes me livid that this man came out of YouTube. No, no, just YouTube. You're on YouTube right now. The point is that he came from YouTube and he's this good at pro wrestling.
He's
The
he's
mic work,
he's
the character work, the
yeah.
ring work. It
A
makes me
mic
angry because I don't want to like him, but every time he gets on my screen, I'm watching his ass.
Yeah,
I
I
can't do it.
despise it.
Can't do
I
it.
despise it. I despise it. But let's jump backwards a little bit to the opening segment with
Mhm.
L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. He opens up the show. He's on the mic. He's coming out, and he says that Roman is taking over everything. And
Mhm.
he's gonna, or at least he's L.A. Knight is gonna come and take over everything that Roman stands for because he's thinks that he's owed the past 3 years.
Yep.
And then Roman interrupts Mr. Knight, L.A. if you're nasty, and Michael Cole. That's how I call him. That's how I refer to him as.
Mr.
He's
Knight,
he's
LA,
great.
if you're nasty. I
LA
like
if
it.
you're
Put it on
nasty,
a
girl.
t-shirt.
Honest, pay me and then put it on a
Look.
t-shirt.
Look, give me my credit
Run
and
the
then put it on a
check,
t-shirt.
let
Thank
it
you.
clear, and then we can put it on a t-shirt. Thank you very much. But
Perfect.
Michael Cole says on commentary that Roman is now on 1,100 and his 60th day as the undisputed champion. And then Roman says that he wanted someone to step up, but he didn't think that it was going to be LA Knight.
He did say
And he
that.
also says that he makes cinema and he's the megastar. And he turned this business into a $1 billion industry. And what has LA Knight done? He got some chance. And
LA
then
Knight.
Roman says
LA
that
Knight.
he is cosplaying as a redneck version of his cousin.
I popped. I'm not gonna lie.
He
I was like,
cooked him.
wow. He needed to do him like that. He needed to drag his ass like that. That's
Like,
horrible.
for real, though. There's a
He's
lot of people
not
cooking on the
wrong.
mic tonight. There was a lot of people cooking on the mic tonight.
There
But
really
like,
were.
But I have to ask, what do you think about the comparisons and people kind of being a little unsatisfied with LA Knight being this, I guess, downgraded version of The Rock with Stone Cold Steve Austin? What do you think about that?
I mean, I think he's even answered this a couple times. I have no problem with it. I'm not like a huge LA Knight fan. I completely support him. I think what he's done organically is amazing. I love seeing people get behind him. I think he's talented. I think he's good with his words and his mic work, his character work. I think every single wrestler that has stepped into the ring has taken something from somebody else, if that makes sense. Um, they've been inspired by a previous wrestler before them. I do not see LA Knight as a copycat in any way. I think he's made it his own. I see influences in him. I see certain attributes that he might have taken or seen or has applied from The Rock and or Stone Cold. And people can be mad about it all they want, but it's working. He's like a new age attitude era character. And some of the younger kids who maybe aren't as familiar with The Rock and Stone Cold, this is kind of their Rock and Stone Cold, like in some form or fashion. So I'm not mad about it. I mean, it is what it is. To me, again, every wrestler has taken something from someone from the past. So he took some things and adapted it and made it his own. I can't even be mad at him about that.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like LA Knight, and I agree with you, where it's like there's so many different superstars, wrestlers, talent that have taken inspiration from different wrestlers from the past and they've made it into their own. And I think with LA Knight, it's more in a sense of like, I think for me, I think he needs to develop a little bit more of a personality. But I mean, what he's done on the roster, like you said, is very organic. And I think it's been a long time since we've seen something like that. But it's interesting. I think with Roman, it feels like LA Knight is the last person to go against Roman, but it's at Crown Jewel. And for me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. Of course, we're gonna get to our predictions a little after, but I think it's really, really interesting that they keep bringing up, of course, Roman's now legendary reign, and he's past 1,000 days. And even LA Knight has mentioned it in the beginning of the segment as well. So, do you think that WWE is going to push for Roman to beat Bruno Sammartino's reign? Because Bruno is at 2,803 days.
I keep going back and forth on this. So there's a couple things. So LA Knight going up against Roman right now, right? Part of me is like, pull the trigger, just do it. The other part of me is like, okay, LA Knight is not there yet. But LA Knight also said something in his promo tonight that I think they'll play back at one point, and he said, when you're done with me, you better be truly done with me and leave me there. Because if you don't, I'm coming back for you. I'm going to find you and I'll come back for you. It is very possible because you have Cody Rhodes, who's the other factor in this, right? The two people that I truly believe could beat Roman right now and the fans be okay with is Cody Rhodes and LA Knight. And you could really go either way with this, but obviously Cody has that underlying loss at Mania, just kind of haunting him in the back. You have the whole finish the story thing. You have all of the stuff that all roads point to Cody, right? No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. At the same time, you do have a LA Knight who is so hot, who is, I would argue to say, hotter than Cody in popularity. He's selling more merch than Cody. I don't know. I don't know which way you go. I don't think he's winning tomorrow, I don't think he should win tomorrow. It would be a shocker, but I don't think he should win tomorrow. I think this loss will this is putting him up on a bigger pedestal now, where this is now going to be, when's he coming back for Roman? The question is, LA Knight the reason? Does LA Knight help Cody in some way beat Roman, like by fending off the rest of the bloodline? Like, how is this going to factor in somehow into the bigger story is more what I'm intrigued with, because I don't think LA Knight's winning tomorrow. But I think he's going to be a factor going forward in how Roman loses. So to answer your question, I don't think he's going to beat him. I don't think he's going to beat Bruno's record.
I don't think he's going to beat. I don't think so either. I agree with you. I don't think so either. But I do like the idea of LA Knight now being a certain entity within the gears of Roman's reign, if that makes any sense. And I think LA Knight is a clear contender to win the Royal Rumble.
I've been saying that for a year, and people are like, "Why didn't they put a championship on him?" What? I'm like, he's the Royal Rumble winner. Like, in my opinion, he is the Royal Rumble winner. But everyone's like, "Well, how does Cody get to Roman if he doesn't win Rumble?" And I'm like, he just won Rumble last year.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, well, maybe he'll be a 2-time Rumble winner, and he might be, but it makes all the sense in the world to me for LA Knight to win. The only thing I could see them doing is pulling an okie doke on everybody and end up having LA Knight go after Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is also very possible.
It could definitely be very, very possible. But we got our first slam chat from good old Cass. Thank you so much, Cass.
Thank you, Cass.
I up in the rafters like Sting. I am so happy and excited to have you two ladies part of the Body Slam family. I've always been a fan of your work, and I can't wait for what lies ahead. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Cass. Thank you. Of course, if you guys want to be as cool as Cass, you can send in some slam chats and we will pull it up on the screen and we'll read it out and we will love you forever and you will stay in our hearts forever.
In our hearts forever. And
in our hearts
if you
forever.
comment in slamchat.com, remember, we're picking a chat champ of the week. So every week, we will pick one. We will give you a shout out on socials if you'd like. And it's just basically our appreciation for having you guys here and you guys commenting and being involved with us every Friday night on Know Your Role. So we appreciate you guys. I see a lot of you commenting in the chat here. Let's see what some of these people have to say. Chrissy says Cody can win in the chamber instead of
elimination chamber,
Royal Rumble, which is also very true.
Yeah, very, very true. Very true.
Dell says it's either LA Knight or Gunther.
Hey,
True. I forget about Gunther. I not that I forget about him as in he's forgettable, but he is a champion right now, so I don't ever really think about him. But if he drops it, he can easily also get the title. I mean, they are doing Bash in Berlin next year, so.
Well, I think it's fair to say you forget, because I also forget about Gunther, but he's also doing a great job on his own with the Intercontinental Championship. So it's I think it's fair. Like, I think it's okay to forget about him for now, but he's definitely a huge contender to face Roman whenever he eventually does finish his Intercontinental era. Oh, yeah. That's his era right now. He's in
Roman
his
or Seth
era. Yeah, for sure. But let's move on with Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller was on commentary. Dude, I love Kevin Owens, and I love Kevin Owens with Sami Zayn as well, but solo Kevin Owens just hits different for me.
He's like tougher. Like he has no distractions. He's just like fuck all. Like he just I love Kevin Owens. I do have a question for you. Why was he moved to SmackDown?
I mean, I'm not on WWE payroll, so
according to Twitter, some of us are apparently. According to Twitter,
I'd love to see that check. I mean,
right? I'm like, if we are, I don't know. Shit.
I did at one point, not anymore. Anyway.
Right. No, but like
But
so again, remember I talk about bigger pictures. I'm like, why was
mhm,
KO moved to SmackDown? Is there a
mhm.
reason? Is he a key in a bigger storyline? Like, obviously, I love him mixing it up right now with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, but why are you on SmackDown? I need to know.
I want to say that like this feels like Kevin Owens filler episode, like a personal filler episode where it's like he's just like going mixing it up with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, but it's like it's a mini vacation for him until he does something a little bit bigger on the roster and even on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to say Grayson Waller is so good
I
on
fucking
the mic.
love that man. I tweeted this a couple weeks ago. He has it. It.
Hmm.
So at Mania, uh, um, oh my gosh, Steve interviewed him. Before the interview, you interviewed him too, I believe.
Yeah, yeah,
Before the
I was right
interview,
next to you guys. Yeah.
yes, before the interview, he's the nicest person in the world, right? He's like giving hugs, like, hey, how you doing? As soon as that camera cut on, he just flips the switch like that, and he's
Hmm.
talking shit to Steve, like he's just dogging his outfit, like he's just going in, and I'm like, is this the same man that was just hugging this? Like I was like, what?
Hmm.
He is just so good, and like he gets it. This is before he even made it to main roster. He just gets it, and I have to say, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm not an Austin Theory fan. I haven't been an Austin Theory fan. This is the first time I have liked Austin Theory in literally anything, and it's
Hmm.
because of Grayson Waller. He just has
Hmm.
that effect. Get it, Grayson Waller. Sorry. He just has. He just has that effect on people. Like he just has the charisma to make anything work. And I just love watching his work. I love the tag team of him and Austin Theory. Whoever thought of that,
Hmm.
kudos to you because I absolutely love it. But it's like giving Austin Theory some more personality, if that makes sense. Having Grayson
I
Waller around him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because Austin Theory is snooze fest for me. Sorry, but like
Correct.
he is. He really
No,
is.
same.
And like I have to agree because I was also in that media room. I also interviewed Grayson Waller, and for me, my approach is like they step up, and I'm like, hey, this is how it's gonna go, and like I had fun with it, just asking him like, what's your favorite movie? This and that. We were in Hollywood, why not?
Yep.
And like he is such a good listener, and like he's like looking
Yes.
down, he's like, all right, sounds good, yeah, 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 that sounds great, that sounds great. Camera turns on
On.
on. And that's something like the charisma, the uniqueness, nerve, talent, like
Yes.
that is something that you cannot teach in
You
the PC
cannot.
Center. Like you are either born with it or not. And he was born with it. And I do
Yeah.
think that he does give Austin Theory a little bit of something on the
Yeah.
roster. And I'm convinced that now they should be like a tag team.
Oh yeah. No, I
Yeah.
think it needs to just I think it needs to stick. I think it needs to stay. I think it was a great way to introduce Grayson Waller onto the main roster with, his show. And
Hmm.
he's literally rubbing it up with legends for his show, right? I'm like, so that's how you know they see something in this man. But them tag teaming them together has been magnificent to me. I hope it stays. I hope it's there for a while. Like people are like, oh, when they get to Australia, they'll probably be fighting. And I'm like, that is very possible. But I'm like, I love it. And I'm okay with KO mixing it up with them for now. My bigger question is, why is KO on SmackDown? Why did they break up him and Sammy? I just want to know why.
I just
That's
want to
all.
talk. I
I
just want
just
to
want to
know.
talk.
But
Well,
you know what?
he's already gotten beaten by Roman, so he can't go after
Hmm.
Roman.
Hmm.
I guess he go after US title, maybe. If Logan Paul
Well,
wins, can we get
no.
KO versus Logan Paul? I know. Same face same. I
No.
understand.
But it's yeah, I agree with you because if he would have stayed on Raw, like I would have loved if he had something with Seth Rollins with the World Heavyweight Championship. So there's something there,
I
but
agree.
you know, who knows? But at least Kevin Owens won tonight. He defeated Austin Theory via pinfall after a stunner.
Yeah.
Love a good KO stunner.
I
Love a good
do.
KO stunner.
I just
I
love
really
KO,
do.
guys.
He's
I
just
just love
great.
him.
I'll just love him so much. He's fantastic. But Chrissy, wake up. Sorry, that's like a year old. We've got Chrissy sending us a slam chat. Thank you so much, Chrissy. Hey,
Thanks for
yo.
this
Glad to
much.
see two awesome peeps on a new show. Wishing you both the best. Had a question. Bailey mentioned challenging EO, jokingly. What do you think happens with damage control after Crown Jewel should EO retain? I mean, that's
Okay.
definitely something we will get into with predictions because let me tell you,
Yeah.
I have thoughts. But
Whoa.
while we're getting into it, I mean, like EO Bailey mentioning like challenging EO jokingly, there are so many seeds that have been planted
Oh, yeah.
with that all year.
But then
And
she
when that
redeems herself.
Yeah.
Then she
Yeah.
redeems herself.
Yeah,
and helps
she does
EO
redeem
out.
herself. Yeah, and she did help EO out during the Bianca Belair backstage segment where EO and Bailey attacked Bianca. And Bianca said that she does have a lot of history with Bailey ever since, you know, Damage Control took her out. It's personal and she
Yeah.
wants some vengeance. So we're going to have to
I
see.
don't know,
Yet again,
Chrissy.
I was going to say shout out to Nick Aldis breaking up that fight too. Working
Nick Aldis is that
overtime.
busy man. See now, Nick Aldis understands what fucking Pierce has been going through for the last 3 years. Like Pierce looks like he has this whole like shtick now where he's like, I need a drink. I felt that for the last 3 years. I'm like, get this man a drink. He's going through it. This man has been breaking up fights, getting yelled at, getting his bald head like rubbed on. Like he's now Nick Aldis understands. He came in there all cocky, like, oh, you know, SmackDown's the best show. Now he's getting gray hair. It's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Man has gray hair.
See, Nick Aldis is the dad trying to watch like football or baseball, and the kids are just fighting in the side room, and he's like, "Hey! I'm watching my game. Stop it!"
Well, do you want to jump into what happened with Damage Control and Bianca backstage?
Yeah. Jump into it.
All right. Well, so backstage they were talking to Bianca Belair, and she is, giving her spiel about how she's going to beat EO, and they've been coming after me, for the last year. It's been a long time, and of course she gets jumped by Damage Control, and they're trying to take her out, so she's not in this match tomorrow. And Nick Aldis is like, okay, well, we're on Bailey versus Bianca, and Damage Control is banished from ringside. As Bailey said, how dare you? How dare you? And so we'll get into that. But the main event tonight was Bianca Belair versus Bailey. I'm always here for a Bianca Belair versus Bailey match, guys. Always.
Literally, some of my favorite matches are Bailey versus Bianca. Also, the women main eventing.
Main event is not just
Tiffany
said Nick Aldis is going to need a vacation from all that stress. Yes, he is. It's been 3 weeks, y'all. That's it.
Pina colada in hand, for sure. For sure. Double that rum, too. Double the Bacardi. That's how I like it.
Correct. Speaking of, why we import no drinks? Oh, no drinks. What's really going on?
It's like 10:46 p.m. for me.
I
got water.
Night. It's only 7:46 p.m. for me. Like, I'm ready to go.
Steph, I'm on the clock. All right, I'm on the clock here at BodySlam.net. BodySlam.net.
What was it? BodySlam.net.
Oh, BodySlam.net.
We're changing the name of the show.
Yep, period.
BodySlam.net. Okay, sorry. And we're back. And
And we're back. And we're back. And we're back. Let's reel it in. Let's reel it in. But
This is without drinks, you guys.
yeah.
Mind you.
Yeah. Imagine if we did. Listen, BodySlam.net, that's the shirt right there. That is the shirt.
Anissa said, look, new merch.
Yep. New merch.
Cass, get on it.
Cass.
BodySlam.net.
Hashtag BodySlam.net. Let's get that trending. Number one, people. Number one.
Go.
But
Sorry.
while we're in the subject. While we're in the subject of backstage segments, we see Logan Paul with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, and they have a little chat, you know, just passing by. And Bobby says that's what success is about. That's what they have to do. That's what the Street Profits have to do. Learning a thing or two about Logan Paul coming into WWE and having some success. But then a little bit of a swerve in which I did not see coming. B-Fab enters the chat and she pulls Bobby Lashley aside and she wants to talk to him. Oh. I'm all for this. Give me this.
Was like, what is happening? What? I did not see that coming in a million years. I'll be honest. So I can't remember the name of the group right now. Lord, what's the group called? B-Fab.
Hit Row.
Hit Row.
Hit Row. Yeah, Hit Row.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
It's late. Oops. It's late. Not that late for me, but so I have no excuse. But anyway, I don't know if Hit Row's no more, but I'm more than excited to see a woman join that faction. I think it'd be incredible. I know a lot of people want Bianca too because Montez is in it. Let's just be real. Bianca doesn't need a faction. Maybe if she goes heel at some point, they can do something like that. But seeing B-Fab get something and possibly adding a woman to this faction, I think would be amazing. I think that also gives Zelina somebody to go up against if you have Bobby Lashley's group in LWO. I don't know. I absolutely love women and men factions together. That's something I absolutely love. I don't know exactly what's going on then with Adonis. If B-Fab joins them, maybe Adonis joins too.
Maybe he does. Maybe he just has his own run.
He's a singles push.
Yeah, maybe that'd be really great for him. But B-Fab joining Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, I'm eating it up. Like, I want that.
Yes.
I think that would be a really great dynamic because so far Street Profits and Bobby Lashley work very, very well together. Yes. And I love the idea of Bobby like leading this younger talent. And I feel like he like MVP sort of like passed the torch on to Bobby Lashley when they were working together. So now Bobby Lashley is now, you know, in that role. And
okay, but I missed MVP.
I do too. Listen, I had the pleasure of talking to MVP about Manami Toyota. So like I stand for the rest of my life. I stand.
Did you do that when you interviewed him?
Yes, and you guys can check out that interview on my YouTube channel if you want. But
so that
little plug right there.
No, but okay. So do you remember when Edge came with the Judgment Day, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's good. Like he's kind of guiding the younger talent." But Judgment Day actually got better once Edge was out of the picture. Do you think they would thrive more without Bobby Lashley, or do you think they need that guidance?
I think for now they need the guidance. But I think once they become stronger together, adding B-Fab, and I would say by like after WrestleMania, if they push them a little bit more, if they give them something a little bit more to play with, like you said with LWO, there's something there. I think the both of those factions can really use a little zhuzh, if I can say that, you know, like a little bit more. So I could see Bobby leaving like after Mania or even by like the SummerSlam. But they need a little while to cook, you know.
I think it helps too because just be real, the Street Profits have this is their first time being heel. So I do
Mm-hmm.
think they kind of need that heel guidance. I think that's part of the story is that, Bobby kind of took them in this dark direction, if you will, or bad direction. Because you had to give them a reason to go heel, if that makes sense. And it's
Mm-hmm.
because of Bobby Lashley's guidance, maybe it's kind of the story. So it makes sense for now. I'm here for it. I popped when BFAB showed up and said, I want to talk to you, Bobby Lashley. And I'm like, oh, I'm just
Yeah.
glad they're giving BFAB something because even in Hit Row, she wasn't doing that much. Like she was more of an
Mm-hmm.
escort almost than she was, an active participant
Yeah.
in the faction. At least Zelina gets some wrestling in every now and then. She gets involved. Just her Karanas on some of the men. Whatever. Like she actually is doing something in her faction. I
Mm-hmm.
always felt like BFAB wasn't doing very much. So hopefully that maybe that changes if she is joining Bobby Lashley's group here. I don't even know
Yeah,
what to call them.
and
They don't have a name, right?
not yet. Maybe they were waiting for BFAB to pull up. Maybe they'll
Hmm.
they'll have a name now. But I feel like there are enough factions right now. I mean, I don't think it'll happen, but I think there's enough factions right now to maybe do a trios intergender, multi-gender like championship. That would be really cool. It would be very
That would be
different with
amazing.
LWO, with Judgment Day, with now this new group with like Street Profits and BFAB. I mean, you also have Chase U if they ever
The
come up to
Viking
the
Raiders.
NXT, the Viking Raiders, exactly. So like there
This is true.
could be some potential to do something with it, but I mean, they gotta work on an actual tag team division
That's what I'm
before
saying. I'm
they,
like
yeah,
one step at a time here. All right,
yeah,
like
for sure,
look,
for sure, for sure.
put that tag
But
division together, y'all,
yeah, get that
and
tag
split the
division together.
titles. I'm gonna
Split
pop
the
off for a second.
titles.
Split the tag team titles. I'm over it. Enough with the Universal Tag Team Champions of the whatever. Like enough.
Enough in the Vicky Guerrero voice.
Oh
But that's
no.
a good segue to
Vicky.
our next segment on SmackDown, which is Piper Nevin and Chelsea Green
Oh my
versus Shotzi and a friend. A
god. Ooh.
friend for this non-title match, and the friend is Charlotte Flair. What do we think about this? Because I feel like that's huge for Shotzi to team up with Charlotte Flair.
Well, they've been kind of teaming up anyway over the last couple weeks. Like,
Yeah,
I,
it's like it's huge, but it's
I'm
also
happy for
like
Shotzi.
I am, but it's also like do something with Shotzi because
Not just do
this
something
is
with
a big
Shotzi, but
deal.
I feel like they don't know what to do with Charlotte. If Charlotte isn't in the main title picture or isn't holding the title, I feel like she gets lost in the sauce, and I just don't know why. I'm
Hmm.
fine with her working with Shotzi. I think it's great for Shotzi. But to your point, like, what exactly is she doing? Like, I loved her in Halloween Havoc. I loved her hosting. I thought her and Scarlett did an amazing job. She's great at that stuff. She's great at character work. Give her something to sink her teeth into.
Yeah.
What's happening right now? Charlotte in a tag team with her? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, I guess.
For
I'm fine with it temporarily,
hmm
but for both of them, it doesn't make sense for Charlotte to me, and it doesn't make sense for Shotzi to me. But
hmm
I would love to see Shotzi in a tag team that makes sense, like when her and Athena were together, or I guess it was Ember, Ember Moon.
hmm
I loved that, but I thought they were an amazing tag team. But so you need to find someone who can work off Shotzi well. They also kind of just dropped the Shotzi Bailey thing completely.
hmm
Like I thought it was going somewhere like that. And
I
then
liked it. I liked what they were
I liked
doing
it
with
too. Like
Bailey
she
and
was,
Shotzi. Yeah, I really liked it. It was giving like a little bit of vibes with like Molly Holly,
yeah,
shaving the head and everything. But
absolutely.
in my opinion, I feel that Charlotte is well beyond the point in her career to cement herself in a role that you would normally give to someone like Trish Stratus, where Charlotte can carry on a feud with just a story. Give her a good story, make her heel, make her face. I don't know. I prefer Charlotte as a heel.
Yeah,
But for me, I
me too.
just feel like she's well beyond the she's well beyond the necessity of being in a title s-
Makeshift tag
picture.
team.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is to help the Charlotte is a babyface thing
Mhm.
because people like Shotzi. To your point, I prefer a heel Charlotte. I think that's where she thrives. They've kept her face. The crowd, I mean, don't get me wrong. She's getting cheers. She's get no. Let's back up. No matter what, Charlotte has always gotten a reaction, whether it's boos or cheers. She's always gotten it. Because to me,
Mhm.
Charlotte was never truly heel. She was never face. She's just Charlotte. She's a queen. No
Right.
matter how you felt about her or feel about her, when that woman walks into an arena, everybody's on their feet. Everybody. Everyone has their cameras out. Everyone's snapping photos because she is a star. She does not need to be a face to me. It's just, it's, and I don't know if they're putting her with Shotzi to kind of keep that, oh, she's a face. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I to your point, they never give her. I don't know if this is by her choice or not or whatever, but I feel like they never give her a good storyline outside of the title picture
Mhm.
to sink her teeth into as well. Like I don't like making comparisons, but you can't help but to make comparisons. Like when you look at Rebecca, like it's to me it's she's able to thrive outside of the title picture or in the title
Oh,
picture.
Becky?
Becky, sorry. When,
Whole government ass name
sorry.
with Rebecca. We're in shoot name territory actually. Sorry y'all.
I apologize.
Pre-order that
When
book by the way.
pre-order her book, Amazon.com, Target.com, BarnesandNoble.com. Pre-order her book, The Man, Becky Lynch.
Listen,
Not
while
your
you're
average
pre-ordering the
woman.
book, we've got
That's your
18
average
people
girl.
here. Yes, average girl. We got 18
Little
viewers,
plug for the
19 viewers
fave.
so
Hey
far.
girl.
Give this video a thumbs up, especially if you want Rebecca on the show maybe.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
But you were
When
saying you can't help but to make comparisons.
correct, because
Mm-hmm.
Becky is able to thrive whether she's in or out of the title picture. Why can't they give the same confidence? I don't know exactly the word for Charlotte. Does that make sense? She has the name. She doesn't need the title. I know they like her having the title or her being a transition champion most of the time, but
Mm-hmm.
why can't they give her something deeper? I don't know if that's the word, but I don't know. I don't know. I whatever. It, again, temporarily, I'm okay with it. Her and Shotzi. I love myself some Piper. I love Chelsea. I think those two are just that was a tag team. We weren't expecting. Obviously, she was with Sonya. Sonya got injured. Um, but I'm loving the Piper Chelsea dynamic. Their Halloween costumes. They had like 8 different
Oh,
ones. Amazing.
goaded.
Like
The
they
the
killed
Heart
it.
Foundation one
Yeah.
is
And they came
so
out to the music
good.
and everything, and I was like,
Oh
oh
my
my god!
god.
And the
They
hair,
killed it.
the hairy chest. Like I just want to know, like non
Oh my
kayfabe for
god.
Natty, like how much she laughed. Like I just want to know, like she probably found that absolutely hilarious.
Well,
But
I wonder if the jacket that Piper Nevin was wearing was actually
her
Anvil's
dad's,
jacket.
I was
It was
wondering it
it?
too.
I was
I was
wondering
wondering it too.
because during like Total Divas, with the episode when unfortunately he did pass,
Mhm.
Natty made it a big deal for her to wear his jacket, especially at
She did.
SummerSlam that year.
She was wearing it for a
So and
while.
it looked similar. So I feel like maybe it was,
Very
but
possible.
very
Next
very
media scrum, we're asking.
Yeah,
If
we're
Natty's there,
asking.
we're asking that question.
Yep, we're gonna ask
Absolutely.
Natty that question, and we're also gonna ask her opinion on Taylor Swift as well. And so,
Would you like to wrestle Taylor Swift? Um,
would you like to wrestle Taylor
which is
Swift?
just taking a whole thing
But
of its own, right? Like Grayson Waller going after the Swifties was probably just grade
was
A,
not
like
was not on my 2023 bingo
not
card. I'll tell
on
you
the
that
bingo card,
much.
y'all.
I will tell you that much.
Anyway,
But
sorry, back to SmackDown.
back to SmackDown, folks. But it seems like so Charlotte and Shotzi won this match by pinfall with a big boot. From Charlotte onto Chelsea Green and becoming the number one contenders to the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship because they pinned the WWE Tag Team. I hate that.
I hate it too.
I don't
I
like
hate it
that.
too.
I don't like it
I'd rather you
at
have a contender
all.
match with different tag teams
Yeah.
than you
I
pinning the
just,
champs.
it's, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But Isla Dawn and Alba Fire were watching the match backstage, and it's like, give me that. Like, I'm so much more interested
I
in what
love
you will do.
them.
I love them so much. I want to see them like thrive so much more as champions. They did
Agreed.
such a good job at Halloween Havoc for night 2 as well. And they did
Yes.
set it up. Like they did set something up. But I like play it out. I want to see it at Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. Like actually have a legitimate match, a legitimate feud with each other. It's
Yeah.
time that those tag titles mean something. And the last time that they've meant something to me on the roster was when Mercedes, when Sasha and Bailey held it, and even when the Iconics held it. And I know that there have been some great champions since
Kabuki
then.
Warriors too. For me,
Kabuki
I
Warriors is
loved when
too.
Kabuki Warriors were holding them.
I
Absolutely,
definitely will agree with you on that, but it's just it's been a while. It's
it
definitely
has.
been a while. And so like
It's
I
been
think
fun on Chelsea. I'll say
mhm
that. I think it's been the most entertaining so far on Chelsea, um, and Piper. But to your point, them actually meaning something and feeling like a top title to go after, it's been a minute.
yeah,
It
yeah,
has. And
for
I
sure.
agree. I think I hate, I'll be honest, I hate that Isla and Alba dropped the NXT ones and they
Yeah.
combined them and Shayna and Ronda one. I get that we have to get to Shayna versus Ronda, but I feel like Alba and Isla should have won that match and they should have won the titles and they should have been holding them because they were so good
Mhm.
as champions and their character work and it's fun and it's different and I just think they're incredible performers and I understand it just come up from NXT, but Alba to me is on the same level as some of the other women that are already on the main roster and I just
Well,
thought they were
that
doing great character work.
well, that's the thing. Alba was in the first women's War Games match, I believe.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Like she was in a War Games match. So it's like
Yes.
she's on that level. And I think Isla Dawn was doing very good in NXT UK as well. So it's like they're
Yeah.
there. I feel I agree where it's like Chelsea Green, she does a really great
Chelsea
job. And this is like on her and
Green.
how great and creative she is and how much of a professional
Mhm.
she is, where she knows how to take like chicken shit and make it into like gold, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Because it is like
Oh
she's
yeah.
had some pretty rough, like it's been stop and go
People
for
getting
her in
injured, people
WWE.
getting
Yeah,
sick,
her getting injured,
her
her
getting
being
injured.
released, and everything. So when she
Yep.
won those tag titles with Sonya, it was like okay, like this is Chelsea's time. Then Sonya got injured, and it was like, what's left for Chelsea?
Yeah.
And she's doing a really, really fantastic job with Piper Nevin. It is very entertaining. But I think once those tag titles are on Isla and Alba, that's when the real like division starts up. Like that's when the real competition starts up. And it's
I
not to say
agree.
that Chelsea Green and Piper Nevin are doing a bad job. I'm
No.
sports entertained by them.
No,
I very
absolutely.
much
I
am.
love them. But I feel like it's
Hmm.
going to end up with them feuding eventually. I again, the dynamic is great. It's entertaining. I have nothing bad to say about it. But if you're talking about a real tag team, I just think Alba and Isla got it. And so obviously I loved seeing them watching the screen, kind of watching what's going on. And I even love that they kind of took that, I would call it honestly IWC rumor or theory that the titles are cursed because everyone keeps getting injured who holds them. And they took that and made it like Isla and Alba are the ones doing the cursing. And I just thought that was really smart. Whoever took whatever's going on online and going, okay, let's use this and say we're the reason why, these things are cursed. So I hope they end up on them. I might be Mania, maybe.
That would be magical if they won at Mania. That would be like full circle for them because they did get drafted to the main roster after Mania, like in May. But yeah, everyone seems to agree. Like they're ready in the chat, they're ready for Isla and Alba to be champion. It's bound time. So,
and I don't know when Sonya's due back, but someone said when Sonya returns, have her turn on Chelsea. Use that to get Chelsea on a singles run. She deserves it.
That's a great idea. It's a really great idea. I would love that.
I can see that happening for sure.
Pop off with that idea. But speaking of popping off, we got the banger ass shaking theme by Solo Sikoa. That theme is so good. Play that theme in the club.
Right.
I might twerk. I don't know. I don't even think I know how to twerk.
You know who makes me twerk? Grayson Waller's. Every time that shit comes on, I'm all, I'm like, okay, Sir Mix-a-Lot, got it. Sorry.
Of course, let us know in the chat what makes your ass shake. Whose theme song makes your ass shake? We'd love to know here at BodySlam.net. But Solo Sikoa comes out with Paul Heyman. He's like, enough is enough. I'm tired of talking. I just want to fight John Cena. But he has orders from the tribal chief. And John Cena has to get ready to say goodbye to the WWE Universe while he still can. John Cena comes out and the voice? What happened to him? Why did he lose his voice? Yes, shirt's coming very soon, guys.
Shirt's coming soon, people. BodySlam.com.
We need the BodySlam.net sign, like, everywhere, please.
Right. It needs to happen. Yeah, to your point, I'm like, is he getting sick? Was he yelling? Or did he go to a football game? Like, John sounded a little off. He got a little froggy. However, even through his frogginess, he cooked Solo's ass on that mic. Within like 30 seconds, the disappointment in John Cena's face, when he was like, that's it? Like, I was like, no, don't, oh my God, like, don't do that face. Like, he was like, what? He's like, you finally talk? We've been waiting for you to talk for years, and that's what you come up with? I was like, wow.
But listen, I will say this is like good, like, training, good practice for Solo to be on the mic, have his own little thing, and especially with John Cena, that's huge. That's huge. Bald man will shake it to Jey Uso's new thing.
It's just me. Ooh.
Oh, man.
It's just me. We need music.
Man, that's pops off. That pops off. We need, like, the way they have emo nights, we need, like, WWE nights. God, that'd be so cool, actually. Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Okay, that'd be a lot of fun.
I'm just so you guys know, I literally have all 3, like, Uso songs on my playlist, like, in a row.
Is it part of your, like, workout playlist?
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Do you hear this? Do you hear that?
Yes. Stephanie out here trying to get us copyright strikes. Let's go.
Turn that off. Sorry, Cass. Okay, so
pop off, queen. She said, I'm debuting on this channel and I'm shutting it down.
Cass was like, this was a mistake.
Cass is like, oh,
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Why do we hire these girls? But speaking of
Sorry.
BodySlam crew, SP3, thank you so much.
Hi,
Congrats
Astrid.
to you both on joining the team and bringing your unique flair to the channel. Stephanie is always bringing the positivity and has a voice for podcasting, while Alex, what'd you say, is one of the most well-rounded creators out there. This duo is incredible. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, my therapist
on a
says the
Friday
same
night.
thing. Thank you. I mean, she does. But John Cena out here sounding like John Laurinaitis with his voice. And he calls Solo a bargain basement Taz ripoff.
And he said,
Words.
we all know you only got the job because of your cousin.
Bars. Bars. That's wild.
I mean, it's the GOAT. You can't go up in the mic against the GOAT, even with a froggy voice. You only got this job because of your cousin.
He dead ass sounds like John.
I don't know why that sounded like some country person. Sorry, that was weird.
I mean, it's close, but John Cena says he's gonna help Solo stick his thumb up his booty. And listen, if someone called me a bargain basement anything, I'm done. You will never see me outside ever again.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and stay home. Y'all have a nice night, day, year, life.
Oh man.
Yeesh.
Yep.
Yeesh.
See you later.
But
see you
the
later.
segment was effective. To be honest, I'm excited for the match. I'm excited that Solo's getting this opportunity to go against John Cena of all people. The fact that John Cena, I'm assuming, wanted to probably go up against Solo. I think it's amazing. I mean, you have to understand, Solo literally got on NXT, and I think within 6 months, he was on main roster with his brother. And Solo, to me, is doing phenomenal. Phenomenal. Character work, ring work, all of it. So, obviously, I'm not expecting it to be no 5-star match, but I think it's going to be fun. I think it's a great platform for Solo. We'll get into our predictions here in a little bit, but I'm excited for it. For honestly, both for Cena and... Has Cena been to Saudi before? I really don't remember.
I think so, against Roman.
I really don't know.
No. Honestly, I forget about a lot of shows that happen like during Crown Jewel. Listen, a few days ago, maybe it was yesterday, it was 5 years ago that we had Triple H and Shawn Michaels against the Brothers of Destruction. And like,
yes,
my memory just always wants to like wipe out anything with Crown Jewel. I'm still haunted at that. That was the worst match in professional wrestling history. And my man Shawn Michaels coming out here looking like Nick Gage.
Goldberg,
oh,
you
my
saw
God.
Undertaker versus Goldberg. Now, come on.
No, I didn't. I did not watch it, and I'm blessed that I did not watch it.
In wrestling history, is Undertaker.
Not the Undertaker being in 2 awful matches. What does that say?
And that, I don't know if it's his fault, but his old ass shouldn't have been in that ring with old ass Goldberg. That's for goddamn sure.
Oh boy. Oh man. Oh
Scotty
man.
says I think it was Cena and Triple H. Thank you.
Oh, Cena and Triple H. Got you. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you. Over on Twitch as well. Love to see it. Giving us some Twitch love. We love it. We love it. But next up, we got Nick Aldis telling Bayley that Damage Control is barred from ringside for tonight's match against Bianca. And this segment is when we discussed it earlier, where Bayley is jokingly challenging Io, but then she gets the news that Damage Control is barred from ringside, and then Io walks away and tells Bayley that she can handle it. So I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, again, seeds keep getting planted for this. You know what's happening eventually. And with Dakota keeps saying in interviews, 2024 is going to be crazy. 2024 is going to be crazy because you have to, even though she's with the group, when she is back in ring, you have to kind of see where she falls into all this. So they've done several times, several shots of her holding this title ringside while Io's wrestling. And so everyone's like, oh, she looks great with the title. Keep purposely showing her with it. And I'm like, okay, also going to go after it? Are we going to get a triple threat at Mania? All the damage control ladies? I'm just saying.
That'd be sick.
It's literally been all their dream to fight each other. They already said this. They said, if it happens, cool. Like, it would be all respect, right? Respect. For now. I'm into it.
I'm into it as well.
I'm here for the ride, y'all. I'm here for the ride.
I definitely am. But this next match, the good old fashioned Donnybrook match. I don't know what a Donnybrook is. Do you know what it is?
I have no clue. I just know it includes beer bottles and barrels.
That's cute. But we had the Brawling Brutes versus
a good old
Pretty Deadly.
I'm like,
well,
there's
we
nothing
got a
in my
good
past.
old-fashioned brawl.
How's it good
bar
old-fashioned?
brawl.
I've never done it before in my life. Like, it's not a thing.
I mean, I've had an old fashioned before. It's very good, but
Same.
Good
drink.
I've never been in a. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I have been in a bar brawl. Don't ask. Anywho,
Wait, what? Catch us on story time at Know Your Role to find out later why Alex has been in a bar brawl.
I mean, I was a bartender. Like, I kind of had to throw people out.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and in New York City,
He got mad at you.
Come on,
this is true. I forget you're in New York. This is actually normal.
I'm in the jungle, baby.
Never mind. No story. This is normal for New York, guys. It's fine.
Yeah, no story here. But the slow motion punch by Butch was cinematic. I love it so much. This was a fun match. Like,
yes, boy.
Yeah. Yes, boy.
Yes, boy. I love them.
Don't ever apologize.
I'm just glad they're
being
back.
yourself. Me too. And this was like fantastic teamwork by Pretty Deadly. Like, they looked so strong in those Fashion Nova crop tops. Like, pop off.
Cass did some research. Hold on.
Ooh.
I looked it up. Why is it called a Donnybrook? All right, what's the answer?
What's the answer?
It's like an Irish thing, right? Oh, here we go. Hold on, guys. Hold on. A Donnybrook is an occasion that's a bit of an uproar, a chaotic brawl, or a heated disagreement. A noun created from an association with the Donnybrook Fair, which had become quite wild by the 1800s. We're in the 2000s. Why are we... So when they say old-fashioned Donnybrook, they mean old.
Public displays of drunkenness, elacious behaviors, and fights were not uncommon.
Licentious. Yeet.
Licentious? Oh. Yeet.
Licentious behaviors.
I don't know. I grew up in the New York education program. I don't know what you expect from me, people. But
I don't use words like licentious.
No,
I'm gonna start using that now randomly on Twitter. It pisses people off when you use big words. Learn something new every day, right? Didn't know that. It's from the 1800s.
Didn't know that.
So when they say good old-fashioned Donnybrook, they mean old.
Old as fuck. But man, this match was a lot of fun. Like, I feel like this match was probably like my favorite match of the night. And Elton hitting Butch with the beer bottle, that table spot for the finish was beautiful.
I absolutely love that. Mm-hmm. And quick shout out and love to Sheamus. We miss you, man. Mm-hmm. Speedy recovery. Because I think he did the last Donnybrook match. And it was like also, I think it was him and versus Drew. Did a Donnybrook match? Am I making that up? But I just remember the match being very good. I think it was Sheamus versus Drew. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it was very good. A good old-fashioned one from the 1800s. And this match was a lot of fun. I love Pretty Deadly, guys. They're so much fun. And they're lively. Their character work is impeccable. I'm glad they're back wrestling together as a tag team. I even like the little lead up, like showing him recovering. Like, just glad they're back. This was a good Donnybrook good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. The good old fashioned Donnie Brooke match.
That's a tongue twister.
What am I saying? I'm trying to say it was a good old fashioned Donnybrook match.
Yeah,
Woo!
you sound like you had a good old fashioned before saying. But we gotta give a quick little shout out to Mike from Indeed. He says, "Hi, I had to do a watch along thing tonight, but I wanted to drop in and wish you good luck and a happy first episode, y'all." Mike made our beautiful graphic here at Know Your Role. He gave us the fist, and Steffi and I, we wanted the fist. We're here for the fisting, y'all. Mike gave us the fist. All right, he gave us the fist.
This show's me canceled before we even start. This is horrible. But
let's go,
we
baby.
Love the fisting. Thank you.
Thank you for the fisting, Mike. We appreciate the fisting. Thank you so much again.
Yes, boy.
Thank you for that. He said, "Hold up." Hold up.
They're gonna cancel
All right, listen. I mean, we wanted that.
Wait, Mike said hold up. Oh my God. Why did you say hold up? Why?
I think
you said fisting?
Yeah, I think so.
I take it back.
Wait. Do we have to take it back? Thank you for fist. Thank you for fisting. Fisting is aggressive.
Fisting is aggressive.
Fisting is aggressive. It's ruthless aggression, baby.
Love the fist picking up where we left off yesterday's Twitch stream, Alex. Oh God, you were talking about fisting yesterday on your Twitch stream?
No, I was talking about Big Mommy Milkers. Anywho, moving on to our main event.
Main event.
If you want to know,
that was not the main event.
If you want to know, Twitch.tv/Queen of the Ring. Come hang out for the VODs, baby.
I like how this person just plugged your show and everyone's like, now I got to go join because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Look at this. Love the fist picking up where we left off yesterday's Twitch stream. What? Now I'm tuning in. I didn't already.
We're watching Total. Listen.
Oh my God. What is going? We're going off the fucking rails. What is?
Big Mommy Milkers.
Friday night, people.
What do you want from me? Big Mommy Milkers are a draw. All right.
I have Big Mommy Milkers. I get it.
I do too. Oh my God.
We should have called our show Big Mommy Milkers Friday.
We should have.
Big Mommy Milkers.
We actually should have. Listen, we got the fist. That's all they need. And tell your friends to watch us, folks.
Tell your friends to watch the Big Mommy Milkers show.
Big Mommy Milkers show. Oh my God. Anywho. Is that our tag name, Big Mommy Milkers?
Scotty, she did it again. Who did it again? What is going on right now?
And Scotty's my mod on Twitch. Stop. Okay, anyway. So tune in every week if you want to listen to Big Mommy Milkers talk about SmackDown and fisting. So let's move on to our main event.
We had twerking tonight too.
Twerking, fisting, Big Mommy Milkers.
I can't play the song though because they're gonna take our channel down. So
it's okay. Yeah.
Go on. Sorry, main event.
We want to copyright. Main event. Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the main event on SmackDown. You truly love to see it. But Bayley has a few feuds coming out. You know, she's got Bianca Belair. She's feuding with the fans. She's got a lot going on. Michael Cole wants Michael Cole to say Damage Control's name. Michael Cole is always fed up with Bayley. I mean, just I love the dynamic of Bayley and Michael Cole. It's like cream of the crop stuff. It's so good.
I like the abbreviations. I'm just putting the abbreviations up here right now because that's my favorite thing right now. BMMs. Like I just
BMMs, baby.
Put that on the shirt too, Cass. BMMs. Got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
With the fist.
I agree. So I tweeted out that I love Bayley. Bayley, to me, never in life, ever again should be face. Ever again in life should be face. I love heel Bayley. I say this all the time. She's just so fun. She's so fun. She hates everybody. Everyone's feuding with her. It's everyone else's fault. Like Cole and her are just gold. Like she's just incredible, and she's an incredible wrestler, and she's incredible at putting other people over, bringing other women up with her. Like
She is
she's great.
light years away from who she was as Hugger Bailey.
Shit.
Not only in
Yes.
NXT, but especially when she moved up to the main roster.
Oh, for
And
sure.
when she switched up during SmackDown a couple years
Yep.
ago,
Yep.
and she became like this heel Bailey, like I said, like I agree, she should never go back to being a face. She should
Ever.
only be a heel. Like it is truly the best work that she has done within her entire career. And
Agree.
like, listen, she had a fantastic like the takeover match, it goes down in history as being one of the best, but in terms
Yep.
of character work, in terms of, just having like you said, putting over a lot of people, like Bailey does such a great job. And she did that
Yeah.
with Bianca Belair, and she's continuing to do that with Bianca Belair. And again, like they have such
Amazing
great
chemistry.
chemistry in the ring. So much great chemistry in the ring. And
I love
Bailey's
a
one of those
Bianca and
people
Bailey match. I will
for
watch a
real.
Bianca and Bailey match as many times as I possibly can. They
I don't need a
just
story. I don't need a story.
no.
I don't need a build. Just give me them
Yep.
together in the ring, facing off. I eat that up.
They
I
have the
eat it up.
history where like if they're like, "Oh, I hate you. I hate you. Okay, let's fight." I'm like, "All right. That's good enough for me."
Yep.
Done.
Done.
And done. Like I just
And done.
I don't I see the comments on Twitter and I get that if Bailey is your favorite, and this just goes for any favorite you have, you want her winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
People want her winning. And they get frustrated that she loses a lot. And but if you know your fave and you know Bailey, most times she's probably pitching to lose. Most of the time she's completely okay with it. Like I think she just loves seeing the women's division get time and putting these women over, bringing up Io and Dakota with her. Whether it means she loses or not in the end, I don't think she gives a shit at all.
No.
Like she's just one of the most selfless wrestlers I've ever seen in my life. And she's always been this way. If you watch her NXT run, even as the hugger, you know how many women she put on the map in NXT who ended up going to main roster before she did. Like there were
Mm-hmm.
so many women she helped out down there. At such a young age, she's always
Mm-hmm.
been like this. I just think her turning her character just brought her to a whole nother level
Mm-hmm.
of stardom, of just cementing herself and her character as this legend, right? She reminds me a lot of Molly Holly. Um, I do feel that Molly Holly also was a very selfless wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me a lot of her. A lot about Bailey reminds me of her, and I'm a huge Molly Holly fan. So, I know this. I went on a tangent. I'm popping off about how I appreciate Bailey. I just don't think she gets enough appreciation. So I just wanted to take a moment and say that. But the main event, they got time to wrestle, okay, and
Wrestle. Mm-hmm.
it was great. It was great. By no surprise, Bailey versus Bianca. They have amazing chemistry. It was a great match. Great match. For the time that they got, and they did get some time, which is amazing. It
Yeah.
advanced the story. Io and Dakota did not come out even after the match. Once Bianca won, Bianca, unlike most faces, actually continued to kind of go after Bailey and put her through a table. Damage control still was nowhere to be seen. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, you have Io versus Bianca. Bianca stood tall tonight, technically. Um, if you're counting the ending, so does Io retain? We don't know, but we're gonna get into
Yeah.
our predictions here for
Yeah,
Crown Jewel.
we're gonna have to see. But
Yep,
I absolutely agree with what you said about Bailey. Like Bailey is in it for the love of the game. Like Bailey has
absolutely.
such deep passion for this business, and no matter what you give her, she's gonna do a great job.
Yep.
And yeah, Bianca gets the win for the main event leading into the Crown Jewel. Sending a message to Io, and Bianca has some spice in her with her return.
I agree.
And it's inevitable that there's gonna be a switch up. Like there's gonna be a turn, and I want to see where it goes because Bianca was really good when she was a heel at NXT.
Oh, I loved her as a heel.
She was so
I
good.
loved it.
She was in that War Games match on
What you
Shayna
gotta do?
Baszler's
What I gotta
team.
do? I was like, okay. Like,
You
I
don't
think
even go here.
don't even go here. Like on our Serving Face and Hill show on Sundays, me and Nancy Love have been talking about this with Bianca because people are like, oh, it's getting stale. I hate that word, by the way. Oh, it's getting stale. Da 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 da. Right? Because they are keeping her face. And I'm fine with them keeping her face. I'm fine with that. But she needed some aggression. She needed some of that heel attitude, at least. She needed some, I'm not going to get stepped on anymore. Like, it needed something new. And some of the greats talk about this all the time. You have to evolve. You have to continue to evolve. And so while her character is great and it's unique and it's strong and inspirational, she still needs to continue to evolve that character, or it's just it is going to get, I hate the word still, it's going to get old. And I do feel this aggression that she kind of came back with. I don't know if it's because she took the break and she just needed the break. And now she's come back with even more fire. But I love it. I love attitude. I think even at SummerSlam, when she had the blonde in her braid, she was kind of showing some aggression then, remember? Because people thought she was about to turn heel. Yeah. And she kind of came with that same fire and aggression. And because like I said, like uncharacteristically, most faces wouldn't continue to go after somebody after they won. She did. She went after Bayley outside of the ring and put Bayley through a table. Like, but that just shows you how frustrated she is at this point with Damage Control. She's like, I'm putting them down. Like, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done. And that aggression to me is just the right amount of attitude or character change that she needed.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. But that's the way we ended SmackDown, the go-home show for Crown Jewel. Bianca putting Bayley through a table, getting a little spicy. But let's get into these predictions real quick for Crown Jewel. Of course, guys, let us know your predictions in the chat, especially in the Slam chat, if you will. And of course, again, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. It helps us a lot, especially getting more into the algorithm. And so let's get into these predictions. So we'll start from the beginning with the kickoff show with Sami Zayn versus JD McDuggan. Sure. Sami Zayn's gonna win.
Type your predictions in the chat for us, guys.
Yeah, let us know
if
your
you guys
predictions.
agree or not. But I think I'm assuming Sami Zayn wins here.
Yeah.
Unless Damage Control helps JD, but JD's like not really in Damage Control. Like I think he thinks he is, but
he's the groupie. That's what
he's totally a groupie.
He's a groupie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, I'm part of the team.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he's the one trying to get into the group photo, and they're like, no, get out of here. They're like, no, we need you to take the group photo. And he tries to take a selfie, and they walk away. But yeah, Sami Zayn's winning. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
I'm gonna say Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I'm going to say Sami Zayn. I don't love the idea that Sami was in a main event for WrestleMania this year and won the main event for WrestleMania, and now he's on the pre-show. Yeah, at Crown Jewel too. Sure.
Did you see the reaction that man got last time he was in Saudi? Insane.
I did though. I did. Yeah.
I was in tears.
Yeah, so it's weird that he's going to be on the kickoff show. Like, it's like, give him a little something else. But
well, I think they just want him there, so I think they're just kind of giving him something so he can be there. To your point, the kickoff show. I mean, I guess it'll be a hot way to start, but
I mean, I'm gonna be cooking my lunch while the kickoff show is happening. So like, pop off.
Correct.
I guess I'm making my little
Correct.
salad. It'll be cute. Uh, but next up, we have the WWE Women's Championship, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. Um, I I'm gonna say Io is gonna retain. I think it's in the air. It's in the cards that Io is going to retain. I don't want to see Bailey when the bell rings. I do not want to see Bailey come out and helping out Io. But again, seeds are being planted. There's a lot happening. I think
There
Bailey,
is.
respectfully, she's doing too much during Io's reign. But again, seeds are planted. Maybe this will be the final straw where somebody completely snaps with damage control, and Bianca is set up to be that person. No? What's your prediction?
I don't know. So I keep going to Mania. This is my problem. I'm never in a moment. I'm thinking like Mania.
Mm-hmm.
If the goal is Bianca versus Charlotte for Mania, one of them has to hold the title. Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Bianca or is it Charlotte? To MD's point down here, we know Kyrie's coming back. Is she a factor in all this?
All
Is she a
caps when you
factor
say
in
the
all this?
name.
Huh?
I said all caps when you say the name Kyrie. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I am like, how
Yeah.
does she factor in? Like, maybe she doesn't. Like, okay, prediction. Prediction is Io retains. I don't think there's going to be a snap yet with damage control as far as them breaking up or anything, or, Bailey and Io being on the wrong. I think Bailey will try to help. Maybe she accidentally hurts Io, but I don't know. I don't know. Because we've done this. We've done this already with them where she's caused her to lose, or she's accidentally hit her, or like all these things have happened. They can go a million ways with this, and that's what makes it exciting for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can go a million ways. I think Io retains. I don't know how. How Bailey factors in that. Does Dakota factor in that somehow? She can't get physical, but she's there. Maybe she throws the title to the wrong person. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Kyrie's there in study already. We don't know.
Maybe. I mean, Dakota can't get physical, but she can catch a jacket whenever Io throws it over her shoulder.
Did you see that shit? I was like, okay, smooth operator.
That was the coolest thing.
I'm like, oh, that's almost as cool as. Do you remember when Brock threw the microphone at Roman, and Roman just like held his hand out and just landed perfectly in his hand? I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah,
do you remember that?
Yeah.
I think it was SummerSlam like 2 years ago, and I was like, or
it's
the
like
lead up
one of
to,
those.
Like,
It's like one of those like weirdly satisfying, like oddly satisfying like moments,
It really was. I'm like, did y'all
Yeah,
practice this shit? Because that was amazing. That was
For
incredible.
real.
But yeah, no. So Io, I think retains. I don't know how. I don't know what's going to happen. To Chrissy's answer earlier or question, I don't know if this is when there's a change or snap in the dynamic between Bailey and Io. It all depends on if they're bringing Kyrie back. If she's a factor, does Io leave damage control and go with Kyrie? Like, there's so many things that could happen, guys.
There's a lot. There's a lot that can happen. Yeah, it is exciting. I mean, yeah. It is exciting. But next we have John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. John Cena is winning. Like, this is a very one-off match. Like,
even though he's lost a lot of the last couple matches he's had.
Yeah.
Like on pay-per-views.
Yeah, he
is
definitely
he putting
has.
Solo over?
At Crown Jewel? I feel like for me,
it's just Crown Jewel, Mania.
No, Crown Jewel for me is so non-canon. Like, there's nothing. I don't know. It would be cute to have Solo win.
It would be cute.
It'd be cute. Be cute. I see
It would
John
be
winning
cute. I think
though.
that'd be a huge moment for Solo if John put him over. But I'm gonna go with John Cena as well. I think John
Yeah. I
gets a
mean,
W here.
John did cook him on the mic tonight. So maybe that
He
does give a little
did.
bit, maybe Solo does win tomorrow. I mean, I'm not losing any
SB
sleep.
said John Cena murked that man
Murk that
tonight.
man.
Solo has to win tomorrow. You
I
were not
mean,
wrong.
you're not wrong. Not wrong.
He did
He
cook his
did.
ass, man.
Man,
He did.
bargain basement Taz is a wild comment. That's so wild.
Oh my god.
Next up we have Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. Okay. I I don't think Damian
Damien
Priest
can't lose, but Cody can't
I
lose either.
I don't think Damian Priest needs to win this match. I think he'll be fine losing this match. He's
Correct.
got the money in the
He'll be
bank. He's already a tag champion. Like, in my eyes, I think Cody needs a solo victory more than Damian Priest does. So I see Cody winning.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I feel like Damien needs it more, and I'm saying that because he is a champion and he is holding the money in the bank briefcase. Doesn't he have to have that credibility to be like, I'm a threat? But if Cody loses to Damian Priest of all people, I think you're right. Cody has to win.
Yeah, I think Cody has to win too.
Cody
Yeah.
has to win.
Uh-huh.
Cody wins.
So, uh-huh.
All right. And
Moving
maybe it's
on.
because Jay Dunna, who was in the pre-show, fucked some stuff up for him.
Oh
Because
my.
they're at odds. Damien doesn't like him, so
McDonough's gonna get kicked out of the tour bus if that happens. The groupie tour bus.
I don't even know if he's in the tour, but I think they have him on top.
He's on. I don't know. He's like riding in the baggage carriage or something. The United States Championship right now. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. Stephanie, you had a lot of words about this. Pop off.
I think Logan Paul's winning.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Look, I dislike strongly. I don't use the word hate. I hate that word.
Mm-hmm.
What? I just said I hate that word. I dislike strongly how good Logan Paul is at this. I dislike strongly that this is like, just comes natural to this man. Like, he was born to do this. And I'm afraid that he is going to win this belt off of Rey Mysterio, because I think that's where this is going. I think this is going to be his first title that he gets to hold.
I mean, I
don't hate it.
But
I hate it because it wouldn't be bad.
It's so hard because the United States Championship is so boring right now. It is
Compared to the IC title?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is so boring. And I love Rey Mysterio. Like, I do. But it's like, he didn't need to win. I would have loved as Santos Escobar would have won.
I wanted Santos to win it.
I did too. I really did too. Rey Mysterio just doesn't really need this. And like, I hate to say it, but like,
just say it. They're putting it on Logan.
It would be.
The man went to UFC and did a WWE promo. Now, come on.
I hate that these words are about to leave my mouth right now.
Everyone zoom in.
I think it would be interesting if Logan Paul won the United States Championship. I can't even say the words. But I mean, it would.
Him and his Pokemon card.
Oh God. You're gonna turn the United States Championship into a Pokemon card. Jeez Louise.
I
I mean, like, oh, no. He's going to have it on his podcast. That's the thing. Like, if he wins it, like, he is going to elevate that championship. Like, he just
This
is.
is what I'm saying. I don't
and that's
like that this man is so
I hate
good.
it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. He's too good. He's too good for his own goddamn good, I guess. But, like,
And not just talent, but the fact that he's able to take the title, go over to his fucking little YouTube, and then he has 1 million fucking people watching him with this title, and they're like, oh shit, he has a title. Let me go watch him. And he brings more viewers. Like, I'm a hater. I'm gonna let you guys know I am being a 100% hater when it comes to Logan Paul.
A Logan Paul hater? I mean...
He's good. He's great.
Unfortunately. Like, unfortunately, he's really good. Like, that's the thing, is that he's good. And when he gets this championship, he's going to be better. And,
You're
like...
not able to shut him up. It's over for us, guys. Someone put that on a t-shirt.
His lol YouTube. His lol YouTube. I mean, like...
2 million fans. That's fine.
That's the thing, is that it's not going to suck. Like, it's gonna be that he's gonna be United States champion. Like, it's like we're going into Survivor Series in a few weeks. Logan Paul, like, who is the competition, right? Like, who would he go up against? Like, what is the United States, like, title scene right now?
I think Ricochet would probably be the one he'd go up against first.
Yeah, I mean, that would be true. I mean, they have wild chemistry together. Like, the SummerSlam match,
insane.
Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I was in the stadium, and I was like, oh, this, whatever. Like, Ricochet's great. Like, fine. I was sitting there with my mouth open. I'm all,
I hate it.
What? Like, I was not expecting that greatness to come out of that, but it did, and I'm being a hater. Logan Paul, you're amazing at wrestling, but also, I can't stand you.
I don't like you. Watch, he's like in the media scrum one day.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to interview him.
He would never be like in that room, I don't think. But
He'll
if he does, man.
He'll do it once. If he has the title,
I'm not trying
at Mania, he'll be in the media scrum.
I'm not trying to get canceled.
Or at least the press conference. He'll be in one of the two.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna let you ask the questions though. But Logan, I hate you. You're great at this, by the way. Thank you, bye.
Oh my god.
There have been people in pro wrestlers who've been working at this for years, decades. And this little man comes from YouTube. It's great. Phenomenal. Anyway.
Now that we've aired our grievances,
we both think Logan Paul's winning. In case you guys haven't figured that out.
We've aired, yeah. Logan Paul's gonna win, whatever. Anyway, moving on to a women's match. Women's World Championship. It is Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax versus Zoe Stark versus Shayna Baszler versus Raquel Rodriguez.
It's either gonna be the best match ever or the worst match ever. This can go two ways. This can go two ways because they have amazing talent in this match and all different strengths. Mm-hmm. Zoe Stark, to me, is probably the dark horse in this one. I don't think she's winning, but I think she's going to shine the most. I'm a huge Zoe Stark fan, by the way, guys. I don't know if you guys realize that, but I just think this woman's an incredible wrestler.
I think she needs to shine the most because she's lost a lot of momentum after she split with Trish. So I think that she needs this match. And I think that she's really great in the ring. Yes. But with Rhea's momentum at the moment, like, I think it's kind of undeniable that she is going to win. Yeah, I think she's... But on paper, if she does drop it to somebody... It's going to be Nia Jax. Nia Jax coming into it, she's the only, like, main roster championship. She won the Raw, women's championship. None
Yep.
of the other women have won like world titles like this.
Right.
So on paper, Nia Jax could be the person to beat Rhea Ripley and become champion. However, WWE does not commit to, like, WWE doesn't like bank on Shayna Baszler sometimes. And if Shayna Baszler would win this match, I feel like that would be huge in the WWE universe, especially because like I love Shayna. I miss NXT Shayna.
NXT Shayna. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
NXT Shayna, it was on another level.
She was just so fucking badass, dude. Like
badass. Like
Oh my
every
God.
single takeover that she participated in, it got to a point where this is in my opinion, this is how you're a good heel, right? Is that when at a certain point people are rooting against you, like people want you to lose and drop the title because you're that good at being a heel, because you're that good at having these fantastic matches against people like Bianca, against people like Nikki Cross, against people like Ember Moon and like there's so many,
Rhea Ripley,
like Kairi Sane, Rhea Ripley, exactly. So it's like Shayna was on such a different, like I said before, like Shayna was on such a different level in NXT. And I feel like if Shayna were to swerve everyone tomorrow and win that world championship, and Rhea maybe like kind of moves on, because Rhea Ripley right now with this world championship, it feels like they gave it to her to show that she's important and then like nothing else. She's doing a good job in Judgment Day. Like she's doing a good job at Judgment Day. She's doing a good job, helping out the men and like, but it's like, it feels like she can continue doing that and have a huge momentum and the crowd would love her without the championship. I think that she could still do it. And I would pop if Shayna won, but go ahead.
I have thoughts.
Go off.
So, you know how we do on IWC, where we're like, I think these are the Mania matches. This is where they're going for Mania. This is what's happening at Mania. Most people are predicting it's going to be her versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. So most people are assuming that Rhea is going to hold this title through WrestleMania, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if she doesn't? What if Nia Jax wins? What if Nia Jax then goes against Becky Lynch at some point?
Mm-hmm.
Becky gets the title from Nia Jax. Rhea wins Elimination Chamber in Australia, Perth. I'm just saying. And she goes after the title at Mania. There are other ways to get there without Rhea holding the title the whole time.
Yeah.
It would change things up. The heat on Nia already is insane. You know how she was just covering her mouth for Logan Paul? I'm not mad about this Nia run. I think she's doing great so far.
I wouldn't be mad at this Nia run too. And I feel
I'm not
bad
the happiest that she is back, but I can't lie. It's been pretty good.
Listen, I feel really bad, but I don't think there's much to say about Raquel. Listen, this might be a little controversial, but Raquel,
she's nice.
She's great. She's beautiful, but she low-key feels like a Lex Luger in a way, where she's there, she exists, she's strong, and that's really it. She has not connected with the crowd at all, and I don't know how you do connect her with the crowd. And even when she's paired up with Liv Morgan, like, it wasn't really giving. Go off.
I know. She needs to be heel. Why
is Raquel face? I've been asking this since she got called up. Why is she face? She was an amazing heel to me in NXT. I thought she was doing a great job as a heel in NXT. And they called her up and she's a face and she's like, and I'm like, what? Why? Stop it. Stop the cap.
I think it's so
No.
funny. Yo, I think it's so funny when they're like, look how big Raquel's back is. And it's like, Rhea Ripley has entered the chat. Like,
Okay. That's why I hate that her whole entrance thing is the back shot. And I'm like, there's about 5 other backs that look way strong. Bianca, Rhea, there was someone else. Can't think of it right now. But there was a third one where people were like, I think even her
Charlotte,
back is like,
even. Yeah.
Charlotte, I mean, gains, okay? Like,
Yeah.
not that Raquel's back isn't nice. It is. She's very muscular. She's in shape. Better than me. But the fact like that's her thing, like to come out and go like this, and I'm like, it's about 4 other women who have better, more toned backs than that.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't even care. Make her heel. I don't give a shit. She needs to be heel. Because right now, I don't give a crap about her. No offense. You're a very nice lady. I'm not saying anything bad about you. Your character, like it, I don't care about her. I need a reason to care as a fan. And I don't. Like, I actually forgot she was in this match, to be honest with you. I was like, Zoe Stark, Nia, Shayna, Rhea.
That's it.
Oh, and Raquel. Like, and I hate saying that. I hate saying that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But she has no chance of winning. She will not. Oh, and Jade. Thank you. That was the other one. Jade's back blows everybody out of the water. Okay, if anyone's gonna do the back flex, it needs to be Jade Cargill. But either way, like, I would love for them to swerve everybody and have Nia win this. The heat on her would be insane. People would be pissed off. I think it's great. And then she can either run it back with Rhea alone, or if they want to change it up the way they get to Mania, if they have Becky win it off of Nia, and then that leads into Mania with Rhea winning Elimination Chamber literally in fucking Australia, the pop for that would be insane for Rhea.
Yeah.
And so there are ways to get there other than that. If anyone wins besides Rhea tomorrow, I want it to be Nia.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it makes the most sense.
And I think that Raquel should turn heel, like, very, very soon. When she debuted in NXT in the street fight in Portland, I think it was, with Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai, and she was working with Dakota Kai, like, she was giving Diesel, like, she was giving Kevin Nash vibes, and like, I think that's where it needs to lean in a little bit. Like, I'm sorry to that woman, but I did also forget
sorry to that woman.
Sorry to that woman. But
again, one of the nicest people. I've met her twice now. Super sweet. The character is just not working. It's similar. So people are gonna get mad at me for saying this. It's just like Candice to me. Candice LeRae. I can't do it. I know she's a phenomenal wrestler, guys. But the Johnny Gargano's wife thing just does not work for me. And I just need something more in character than what she's giving or has been giving. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay, Candice is here. And I hate feeling like that. Like, I love caring about a character and like getting excited when they hit my TV. But I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool.
It's cute. Pop off, I guess.
Anyway, prediction is Nia's gonna win.
That's your prediction. I like that prediction. I think Rhea's gonna win. I think Rhea's gonna win this match. If Nia wins,
not in Saudi.
No, I don't think she's gonna drop it. But like, if Nia, I mean, they've done some surprising stuff. So if Nia wins, I wouldn't be mad. And I think that's a chance to do a little more with the title, more than Rhea was doing. And it's not her fault. She's great, but it's
Rhea
more
is
so
a conundrum thing. So we get on here. So we're both huge women wrestling supporters. If they follows either of us, they know that. Here's the thing with Rhea that I love and hate. They are making Rhea a big deal. And they're doing that by literally putting her both the men's and women's division. She's literally running the faction. She is the leader of the faction, whether they say that or not. She's the leader of Judgment Day, right? The focus is on her. The fans love her. They love the dynamic with her and Dom. They're giving her all these different layers of importance. And to me, they are showing you how important she is, that they are confident in her enough to run in both divisions. Now, that being said, for a while there, the women's division was kind of on the back burner because they had her doing so much over here. And it was like, there's a whole women's division to fight, right? Like, why are you over here with the men and not fighting the women? Now they finally have her in the mix with the women, 4 ones to be exact, which is amazing. But to Alex's point, I don't think she needs the title to continue doing what she's doing at the level that she's doing it. If that makes sense. So I just think the title would be more fun and entertaining if Nia's holding it, because of the heat that she has, because people do not like her. I think she would have a lot of fun with it, to be honest with you. So I'm ready to see what happens. I'm okay if Rhea retains. I'm okay if Nia wins. I'll say that.
Yeah, I agree. Moving on. The World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. I said this earlier, or I agreed with this earlier this week on the Fightful's Roundtable, where Seth has had some good moments with his reign. He has. I think if Drew wins, whether it's at Crown Jewel or if they do a rematch somewhere else, I think Drew needs this more. I feel like Drew McIntyre needs a little bit of... I feel like he's had a hard run when it comes to any title scene. And if he won this, again, it would have like some really fresh feuds. And I think passing it on to Drew is a little bit long overdue, but I also think that with Seth, he's much more exciting when he's chasing a championship. And so I think Drew McIntyre is going to win tomorrow.
I don't think he's going to win tomorrow.
Only you make balance. Drew needs something. Drew's character has not worked for me for a very long time. He does nothing for me. As a character. I think if he loses tomorrow, which I think he will, I think that sets his character into a whole nother level of heel. Like, he kind of needs that last disappointment, upset, whatever, to really send him into heel territory. He's already acting like it. You know it's going there. But I do feel he needs to lose to kind of send him into that next level of hatred, if you will. Seth, I don't think it's his fault. For some reason, whenever Seth gets a belt, and I've said this before, I think on like Twitter or something, but for some reason, they always want Seth to play the underdog. And I'm like, at this point in Seth's career, he's not an underdog, but they always book him that way. And I'm like, and that's why people get disinterested in his title reigns, because they're like, can Seth do it? Can Seth overcome? Yeah, he can fucking overcome. It's Seth Rollins. Like, it's not a shocker when Seth overcomes something anymore. It's kind of like, it's Seth. Yeah, like, they have to do something new with him. The underdog thing, not going to work anymore. He's Seth freaking Rollins. And every time they book him that way, people go, okay, cool. Like, I mean, yeah, he's going to win. Yeah, he's going to overcome. There's never been a valid threat to Seth to me, except for Roman. that makes you go, oh shit, like maybe he won't win. Like even when he was going with Omos at Backlash, I'm like, okay, like we know Omos isn't winning. Like it's just one of those things. I'm like, stop booking him like an underdog. He is not an underdog. I'd rather than be like, okay, here's this person challenging Seth. Actually, kind of the way they're doing this Drew Seth thing, I've liked because they haven't made Seth an underdog. Instead, they're going with Seth basically laughing in Drew's face, like, cry me a fucking river, man. Like, you kidding me? Like, there's people who have much harder time than you, in life. Just because you didn't win a title for people, boo fucking woo. Like, I prefer that over, oh my god, Seth overcome a mad Drew. Like, so I prefer this booking over, because this has been probably the most entertaining feud Seth has had to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I've loved the Shinsuke Nakamura like vignettes and the promos or whatever, but they built that whole thing off of, oh, can Seth overcome his back injuries? His back hurts. I'm like, so does mine. So what? Like, I just don't think that is the way to go with Seth. And every time he has a title, they go that way. And I'm like, enough. He's Seth Rollins. Like, he can get through whatever. So I like the way they built this feud. I don't think Drew's winning. I think he needs to lose once more time, at least, to kind of get that next level of heel out of him. But so I think Seth is winning. That's my prediction.
I love that you're like, your back hurts, so does mine. Throw some biofreeze on that and you'll be good, pal.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do not do what Seth does in the ring. Obviously, I don't even get in the ring. So look, I'm sure his injuries are way more worse than mine. The point is that stop building a feud off of it. Like, I'm sure half the wrestlers back there, their backs are fucked. So at this point, like, let's just stop it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I think Drew McIntyre is going to win. You think Seth Rollins is going to win. This is our first disagreement. This is our first fight. Oh my God.
First show, first fight. Oh my God.
Oh no, that's okay. We might agree with this next one though. It's last match, the main event, undisputed WWE Universal Champ. Rub some dirt on it, Seth. Oh my goodness. But the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. Yeah. I mean, Roman's gonna retain. Yeah, like Roman's winning. There's not much to say, especially from what we said about the opening segment for SmackDown. But I will say, I'm much more looking forward to the result of where LA Knight is going to stand when the bell rings and the match is over. I think that LA Knight needs this fight, not the championship. I think he more so needs the fight for the longevity of his stance in the company. And I think he's off to a great start, but this is the match I think that will not make or break him, but is where he's gonna shine a little bit more, and also probably cement the outcome of possibly Royal Rumble, like we were talking about before.
Like, again, I think I keep going back to the promo, but the fact that he said, if you don't put me down and make sure I'm down, I'm coming back after you. And I think that is going to be an issue for Roman down the line. Whether it be for LA Knight, whether it be in Cody Rhodes' favor, whatever it may be, I think this is setting the tone of eventually Roman's reign is coming to an end. There are people gunning for him, whether it be LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, whomever, Jey Uso. Like, I just feel that they're setting layers here. And this is a match, to me, that puts LA Knight, I hate to say on the map, he's already on the map. He's crossing the map like crazy. But it kind of, to your point, sets the next level tone to this run that he is having. Um, there are matches that I feel people win and loss. Um, if that makes any sense. And they gain a certain level of respect, they gain a certain level of status when even losing a match. And I do feel this can do that for him. I'm interested to see if him and Roman have chemistry wrestling each other. I'm kind of curious about that. So I guess we will see, but I do believe Roman retains. But I do feel that if this goes the way it should, LA Knight will be put over and lost.
Yeah. I agree with everything. I think Roman Reigns is going to retain. But Scotty over on Twitch says, throw some spice on that. What about Damian Priest cashing in on Seth versus Drew?
I forget about the.
Oh my God, what if Drew did win and then Damian cashes in on him and he loses it? Oh my God. I would laugh so hard.
If Damian
Because that could also set Drew
lose,
into a whole nother level of angry.
oh yeah, yeah. But if Damian loses the Cody match, there is a huge possibility that he could cash in at Crown Jewel. Do you think Damian would lose if he cashes in?
There's no way they're going to have him holding the tag titles and the championship, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, I feel like he needs to lose the tag titles first.
Yeah.
Before they'll let him. I don't know. The way they're setting it up, he kind of has some opposition within the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, I don't know.
I don't think he should lose a cash in though. That's the thing. Like I think he definitely needs to get rid of those tag titles. Like get him out of here. And then if he cashes in, whenever he cashes in, I don't think he should lose. But
Wallaby said, what did you say, Wallaby? Oh well, that's not the one. He said something about they should stop making people lose their cash-ins. They need to stop making people lose their cash-ins.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
There should be an even amount of wins and losses, I think, sometimes. He should not lose when he cashes in. And I think
it's weird because it's like I feel like they try to make Judgment Day very dominant. And like they are dominant. But are they, like Judgment Day as a whole and Damian Priest, are they dominant enough to hold a world heavyweight championship?
Right.
With Rhea holding the world championship, with, you know, Dom being North American championship, nothing's really there with Finn Balor. Like, is that...
He's the tag title.
Is that possible? Mm-hmm. The tag title on his own, Finn Balor?
I could just see Drew having Seth down, Judgment Day coming out and taking Drew out of the ring, him having Damian cash in and cover Seth, and Drew absolutely losing his mind.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, right in front of him, like him just watching Damian take the pin, or not take the pin, but get the pin. I don't. God, you really threw that wrench in there, man. I kind of forgot that he had the Money in the Bank briefcase. He hasn't cashed in yet. And, you know, Rhea kind of talked him out. I'm trying to figure out Rhea is talking him out of cashing in. So the last pay-per-view, she was like, not now. And then given he had the injury, you know, whatever. But why is she kept talking him out of it? Like, there has to be a reason. And she was talking to Drew. Remember, she was talking to Drew in the background of that segment. I just there's more at play here than I think we're aware of, obviously. So I don't know. Maybe he tries to cash in and they stop him.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's
Seth retains.
maybe they have a bigger plan for Judgment Day. Like maybe they're scheming a little bit, having more of a bigger plan, which is Rhea. Rhea is the leader of Judgment Day. You can't convince me that she's not. Like
Yeah,
she is the
she's the
leader
leader.
of the Judgment Day. So
Yeah.
it feels that like they have a bigger plan for them, and
Yeah.
Damien is like feeling a little pressured but getting in his own head and just like, God, I just want to execute this already, you know? And like it's like, no, Rhea's like, no, this is not part of the plan, like, you know, like let's chill out. But the question
Yeah.
is the plan going to be executed at Crown Jewel, and how are we going to balance this new, I mean, we're not even a year in with the World
Yeah.
Heavyweight Championship, so it's like, how are we going to balance it with everything else that the Judgment Day, because it seems like they got a lot of
They
things
have a
on their
lot
plate.
going on.
Yeah, they have a
And
lot
Survivor
going
Series
on.
is coming. Do you really think Seth is going to drop before Survivor Series?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I think Seth retains.
Yeah,
Final prediction, Seth retains. But I think there's going to be a lot of shenanigans going on as well. So
Shenanigans, so many shenanigans, and I'm a big fan of shenanigans. And so far with this first episode of Know Your Role, there's been a ton of shenanigans.
there really has. Sorry, guys.
There really
But
has.
I'm not
Don't
sorry.
you dare apologize for having
I'm not
fun.
sorry.
Nope, we are never sorry. But that's it. That's our first show. We are 2 hours in. This is an extra bonus long show because, you know, we had to get through predictions. It was the go home show.
Yes.
Why not? We had to kick this first episode off with a bang. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at, folks.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody
For joining us in the chat. Thank you for the slamchat.com donations. We need to pick our Slam Chat champion of the week, ma'am. And I think our slamchat.com champion of the week is Chrissy.
Chrissy, wake up.
I don't know if you were still in the chat, if you were awake, but you are our Slam Chat champion of the week. And I will reach out to Chrissy and see if she wants to have a shout out on socials.
Yes.
Again, slamchat.com is where you can go make your super chat donations for now and support us, support the show. We appreciate everyone that tuned in for Know Your Role, the very first episode. We had a lot of fun. Again, this was a little longer than the normal show will probably be because we were doing our go home show Crown Jewel predictions as well. However, thank you for everyone who stuck around and has been supporting us individually and now together. But Alex, do you want to let them know where they can find you throughout the week if you're not on Know Your Role?
Yes, you can find me definitely on twitch.tv/Queen of the Ring, Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time, especially if you want to watch some Total Bellas. It's pretty great streams, I'll tell you that. And then if you want to, of course, follow me on Twitter, here's my handle, Queen of the Ring with 2 G's. I also cover Joshi Wrestling, so if you want to know more about Joshi Wrestling, that'll be Church of Joshi everywhere, twitch.tv/Church of Joshi. It is midnight over here. Twitch.tv/Church of Joshi every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, like Stephanie said, this was a lot of fun, and this will be every Friday. You get to hang out with us and see our beautiful faces. Speaking of beautiful faces, Stephanie, where can the people find you this week?
they can find me right here on Know Your Role now.
Every Friday. If I'm not here, it's because I have another work gig, but we will have someone in my stead. However, Know Your Role every Friday, every other Sunday on Serving Face and Heels on the True Hill Heat channel. You can find me on X, Twitter, at Stephanie Hypes. It's right there. You can find me on Instagram at Stephanie Hypes with 2 S's at the end. And yeah,
I'm around. I do a lot of guest appearances on shows.
But I think the next place you'll find me is right back here, Friday night after SmackDown with my beautiful co-host, Alex. Queen of the Ring. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our first episode. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Have a great night and a great weekend. And
Be
enjoy
safe.
Crown Jewel. Enjoy
Enjoy
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel. Add us if our
Yes.
predictions were right. If you have any other opinions, any hot takes, let us know. And we shall see y'all next Friday. But be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can check out more content here at BodySlam.net. There's a ton of great shows. We're relaunching the YouTube channel. So we've got some really fun content coming out for you guys. So be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and know your role. All right, that's it. Goodbye.